Today we're going to be doing an interview with the one and only AllyKat. So how's your day going?
It was good. Actually, it was a fantastic day. Had a good day at work.
That is good. That is good.
Well, before you guys, you said you were married. You mentioned how long have you guys been married?
Oh,
We got married in 2017.
2017.
Like
So 4 or 5 years?
4 years?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Aw.
And we've been
Cute.
dating since 2014.
Yeah, Jesus. Been together for a while.
Hello, AllyKat.
Love that.
I love you.
Precious. I like how you guys picked the same place.
Oh no, it doesn't let us pick different places. So we're playing on the same console and everything, so it's
Got
like
it.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I know I had told you I'm not gonna answer you any like super personal questions, but I have to start with this one question, which I ask everyone when I first meet them, and I ask this question due to the fact that it just shows so much about the person, and there's so much you can learn from this just this one question, which is what are you most afraid of in life?
Ooh. Well, that's really good. Okay. I think I'm most afraid of in life. Probably disappointing people. Like anybody. Like my biggest fear is somebody coming up to me and just being like, "I'm disappointed in you."
Okay, that's
That yeah.
wow.
100%. But if we're talking about like kind of like, oh, I'm afraid of this, I don't like snakes either.
Okay, that's okay, yeah.
Yeah,
No, like
yeah, my fear is definitely that. Like I don't have a lot of fears. I'm not like I don't heights don't bother me, stuff like that. It's pretty
yeah.
much like people being upset at me.
See,
Definitely.
see, and a lot of people that I've met, most of the time when I ask that question, it's more of like, oh, clowns, or as you said, snakes, or stuff like that. So something like that, fear of of disappointing people around you.
Hmm.
That's something that's
Yeah, I
that's
hate
something,
hearing people say that stuff.
yeah. I completely understand that.
Do you
I'm
remember
I'm
your
trying to
first
yeah.
console or game?
Oh
Hard to drive and navigate.
yeah. So oh, you're gonna have to speak up.
Okay.
So Val was asking if you remember by any chance the first console and or video game that you owned that was literally yours, not like a household owned or like
First console I've ever owned.
that
Oh
was
boy.
yours.
That was mine that like my parents and stuff didn't buy for me.
Mm.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. As in like it's not the family's console, it's your console.
A GameCube was my first one though.
GameCube.
Hmm.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I was gonna say Sega, but you said because it was my brother's and we shared it, so it
I
wasn't
get that.
technically mine.
I get that. You want to pick one? Go ahead, go pick one.
Okay, hold,
I picked the last one.
okay, hold my controller.
So do you remember any video games that had like a really big impact in your life?
Oh,
Something that,
there's so many. Like with my brother, I remember the first like good memory I have with my brothers. I think it was Sega Genesis, and we were playing Zombie Ate My Neighbors.
Oh
So I
wow.
remember that very vividly. Duck Hunt too. My aunt used to have that game, so I'd go over to her house, play that a lot. But a game that was like really impactful that I'm gonna have to say Kingdom Hearts was really emotional to me and still is to this day.
Okay. Yeah.
Gears of War as well.
And would you be willing to play those on your stream, or have you ever planned
Oh,
on playing those on stream?
Gears probably at some point. I'm not sure about Kingdom Hearts. I think it's more of a personal, I play alone kind of game.
Yeah, I know Kingdom Hearts also has a lot of problems with streaming. Like
Oh, and music, yeah,
yeah,
and
me and
just
Val
in
were
general.
originally gonna do that as our first like
Hmm.
introduction to like YouTube and Twitch and whatnot. But with the
Hmm.
music and everything, there's way too many problems with it. You have to do so much just to be able to get the video, up.
Got that DMCA, YMCA
Yeah.
going.
Let me see. Sorry, I'm looking at 3 screens. Jesus. um, Okay, here's another one. Why did you start Twitch? What motivated you to get started?
It was actually pretty just mundane thing as a few of my friends encouraged me to do it because two of them already were streaming at the time,
Okay.
and I play a lot of games like horror games and stuff, like games they would never want to play.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I have that game. Oh, I have that game. They're like, oh, really? Well, we'd really like to watch it. And I was like, okay. And I think the first game, it was either Soma or this horror game called Erica.
Oh,
It was
okay.
really
Yeah.
good. And that's kind of where it started for me. And then I've been streaming since.
Okay. And this is a big question. If you have an answer for it, where did AllyKat come from?
AllyKat was a nickname that one of my friends back in the day gave me. Funny enough, it was actually someone I still talk to this day, but they were like, you know what, you just remind me of cat, and I was like, oh, okay, and then like I wasn't really insulted by it or anything. I was kind of thought it was cute, and he was like, you know, but you also go by Ally, and I'm like, well, you call me Ally, and like not everybody does. Like most people, like my friends I've known for a long time, call me by my real name. And then he kind of just put it together, and he's like, I'm gonna call you AllyKat, and I was like, okay, and it just kind of stuck.
Okay. Okay.
Nothing too like crazy, like yeah,
Yeah,
it's just a
yeah.
friend put two and two together. Went, that's what I'm gonna call you, and I was like, you know what, I like that.
That's actually that's a very like wholesome way of getting your name, you know.
Mhm.
Like my friend, you know, calls me this and together. That's actually very
Yeah,
wholesome.
it's just like I said, it's nothing too crazy. I wish I had a crazy story, but no, it's just someone
Yeah.
put two names of mine together.
Okay. Yeah. Like my channel is actually called Void because that's all going back to like the first question. You know, like my biggest fear is nothing, like an emptiness. You know,
Mhm.
so that's why I called
Boy.
the channel Void because it's an emptiness. It's nothing. You know.
Oh, I like that. See, that's creative.
Yeah, my cousin was the one that came up with it actually. So.
Oh, see, wholesome. Love that.
Mm. Oh, and going back to the question
Mhm.
of what inspired you to start, what inspires you today to continue on with what you're doing?
Honestly, my friends, they're still to this day, a year or so later, encourage me like, yeah, you could do this. And then like with community day, that just happened randomly where we just a pattern started happening on my Sundays where my friends would always want to hang out and play games. So we just kept it and I've kept it going and I'm just like, I love it. I'm
Okay.
just gonna keep this going. And it's fun.
Yeah.
And I get to meet amazing new people like all the time. I get to raid people I've never met before. I get to raid people like my community suggests to me, and that's fun.
And not just that, you inspire people, honestly.
I don't see that. I'm insanely honored that
You
you
got
guys
me
think
on
so, or that
Twitch.
people actually think
Yeah,
so.
honestly,
I just
like one person you
oh
inspire is my wife. My wife, just from watching your stream, she was like, you know what, I wanna start streaming on my
do it.
own.
I encourage everyone to try.
Yeah.
It definitely helps. Like
You.
I was a pretty introverted person,
Yeah.
especially in the past year. I think a lot of people were. Um, I just wanted to just hang out with people. Like I couldn't hang out with anybody I knew in my real life. Couldn't go out. And I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna hang out, make new friends. And that's kind of what I did.
Okay. And honestly, you've inspired people to do that, to move, come out and be able to do these the same as you just said. Go out and do things where they
Do things
can,
maybe you, yeah, or
you know,
things that some people are like, you're kind of scared to do. I kind of want to encourage people to like, hey, I think you can do it, so do it.
yeah. Um,
Uh,
by any chance, do you remember the first like few viewers that were watching you that weren't like your friends or or family members?
uh, yes. One of them's Riddle. I don't know if you know who Riddle is. Riddle
Yeah.
Box, you ever seen him around? Riddle was one of the first people who just like, I think he said he was recommended to me, or he found me in the Twitch recommended page, and he like knew a bunch of other people that I didn't know at the time. Now I do, but he was like, "Oh yeah, I just found you. You seemed really nice," and I was like, "Oh okay, well welcome in," you know.
Yeah.
And I remember Riddle. There was another person, Eric, a friend named Eric. So like a lot of people I've known for a while that kind of showed up out of nowhere. Um, have stuck around, and then it's always so great to see them show back up in my streams.
Okay.
Oh, hey, I know you.
And continuing with the first viewers, is there any messages you would like to give to your personal viewers? You know.
Thanks. I think well, first and foremost, thanks for like sticking around for so long in my weirdness, I suppose, and my shenanigans, I should say. Because without them, I wouldn't have hit affiliate. I wouldn't have, I wouldn't be where I am right now if it wasn't for them.
Okay.
So I'm forever grateful that they stuck around and wanted to just be there, be playing some probably indie games that no one even knew about, or horror games which most people don't really like to play themselves, but they like to watch.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Okay. Again, very, very wholesome answers.
I'm pretty wholesome. Like I'm pretty like my streams are 18 and up, and we do get in some weird topics, but most of the time I am pretty wholesome, and I just want everyone to be happy. I'm the type of person that just wants the world to be happy. I know it can't be, but at least in my streams, I want everyone to feel good.
Yeah.
When they're with me.
And honestly,
And
that's what attracted me to your channel, was the fact that you just keep it so real and just,
yeah.
so forward, to the point where it just makes you feel like, you know what, I can actually like relax to this and like just listen, like,
Good vibe. I just want
yeah.
a good vibe. That's what I want to send out. That's like my message, I guess, would be I want everyone to be happy and have just a great day, a great week. And if that like includes me playing, which what we're playing is Red Dead on Wednesdays, like me crashing into a rock and flipping over on my horse and makes people laugh, then I'm doing something right.
Yeah. Do you remember by any chance when you first started noticing people were actually watching and sticking around?
Ooh. I'm gonna probably say the past like 4 or 5 months I've noticed like definitely an increase in like my viewership and like a lot of people sticking around for like majority of my streams, and I'm like, oh, okay. And we just talk about anything and everything under the sun.
Okay. And I'm sorry, now I'm gonna sound like a therapist, but how does that make you feel to to have these people, sticking around and coming back to just be like, you know what, like, yeah, I'm coming back tomorrow to watch your next stream or next week, or
It's very nice. I think there's a word for it, like serotonin kind of feeling.
Yeah.
It's great. It's really nice to know that people want to like just hang out with me and like vibe with me while I try to beat a game or do something chaotic.
Yeah.
Like this, like Mario Kart can get very chaotic, especially my streams where we just yell and be like, "Oh, I'm gay," like stuff like that. It's therapeutic in a sense, I think too.
Yeah, definitely. Everyone who I know that asks me about streaming, that's the first thing I tell them is just go for it, because it's gonna make you feel. And
awesome, yeah.
Yeah,
it
yeah.
takes time. Like you have to network. You have to befriend other people
Mm-hmm.
to find other people like-minded individuals.
Yeah.
And it's a process. Like you can't. I know there's a lot of people. Like there's some people. Someone asked me recently, like, why do you continue? Like I don't get a lot of views, and it's like you gotta not think about the views. Like I have my viewer count turned off because I don't want to think about that. I want people to. Like, I want myself to think I'm, like, streaming to, like, 100 people. 200 people. That's how you should keep it. And I can't lie. There's good days and bad days. Could be a good stream where you get tons of views. Or it could be another stream where it's not the best. But you gotta look past that. And it's a hard little slump to get over. But you have to look past it.
Definitely.
And look on the horizon kind of thing.
Yep. You see, what you said actually reminds me of something like one of my high school teachers told me, which was, and and I'm obviously not saying it word for word because it's been years, but he said something along the lines of never make your hobby into a job.
Yes.
Always make your job into a hobby. That way you
Yes.
will always enjoy it and make it into something that you want to continue doing.
Yeah. Yeah. See,
Also,
I
you're
have a
slowly
job
you're
now.
slowly going off like you're
I know.
slowly shifting towards the door, huh?
It's instinct.
uh,
You gotta hide. I know what
Yes.
that's like. You kind of go into the back. You're like,
yeah. She's told me she doesn't want to do face cams on her streams.
mm-hmm.
She wants to kind of
There's a
do
lot of people do that.
yeah, she wants
There's
to
nothing
do
wrong
one
with
of
that.
those what's it called?
The virtual things.
Yeah, the virtual like little thing in the corner.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. It's like
Yeah.
people with the little mouth characters that move. There's a lot of people actually know that do that.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. I told her whatever she needs to do that, I'll go out and I'll buy it. I'll set it up for her. That doesn't matter
That's expensive.
to me. Okay, so something you do on your channel is you game a lot. Is there anything that you want to kind of do that deviates from that, from playing video games? Is there something that you also want to do that's kind of
I think one day when I finally have maybe a place, I'd love to do like a cooking stream or like a baking stream.
I would so
Bake
much.
cookies or something. At this point, like a baking stream would be fun. I'm not artistic at all. Like if anybody saw last night, we were doing the drawing game. I cannot draw, so it would never be anything like that. Maybe painting,
Yeah.
maybe trying to like copy like a Bob Ross painting or something
okay?
at some point. But I am not artistic at all.
Yeah, there's no mistakes, just
photography as
happy
well.
little accidents, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
The happy trees that
Yeah.
It reminds me of.
But
a
yeah,
professor.
maybe photography because I was very into that growing up. I still am, I think, because I have a few cameras.
Okay.
But that would be a little bit harder, I think, to stream. Unless it was like photo editing.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely baking. I want to do like a baking stream. I also have this Lego set that I was given at work for some reason.
Oh wow.
And I want to maybe at some point make it. It's like a Harry Potter one. And I want to do that as well.
Okay. I've noticed there is a community for that here on Twitch.
Yeah.
For
There's
building?
a lot of people, yeah, building stuff.
Oh my goodness. I do I don't know if you know what Gundams are.
Oh, I know what those are.
Okay. So I do like figurine builds for Gundams, Evangelion, you know.
There you go.
And I decided to do one on Twitch, and actually it like a lot of people came by. So definitely there is community for that. Like a lot of
There's a huge community.
yeah. For sure.
Oh yeah, I like ASMR videos too. That'd be interesting maybe to do that.
So does Val.
It helps me.
I
go to
love
sleep.
ASMR videos.
I don't understand it.
I see there's certain sounds that I'm like make me kind of cringe, but like when people do like hair cutting or like putting makeup on someone's face, I like brush sounds. That's what I like, soft, bristly kind of sounds. There's all different types, like rain. I love when it rains.
Okay.
What kind is Val's favorite?
She does those
The story one.
yeah, like where there's a man like whispering in your ear. Like oh.
Like actual like I'm trying to think. There's this guy on YouTube I watch. I think his name's Atlas, where he does like story kind of ASMR things, kind of like that.
I have to check out Atlas, but the one that I listen to mostly is Hollow VA.
No idea who that is. I'm gonna look that up.
Cause he does his own little story thing, but he also like interlocks it like with the different worlds that he makes, and I'm like, this is cool. I like this, and I try to look for stuff similar to that because there's a story going on, and you have to piece together the story.
Oh, I like that.
Okay.
But it also helps me go to sleep.
Yeah, they're nice. I relax to quite a few ASMR videos and they're quite interesting.
Yeah. See, I have insomnia, right? Insomnia is what it's called.
Yes.
Yeah, where
Yeah,
I can't
you
sleep.
Can't sleep. Yeah.
So Val always tries to put her headphones on me. She's like, "Oh, just listen to this. It'll help you sleep." And I'm like, "This is not helping me sleep. I have a man whispering in my ear, talking about,
Ooh,
hey,
maybe. What about? Have you tried other ones, like maybe a girl version of it?
I just can't."
Like massage ones. I like ones where people get facials too. I like massages.
You know what?
I'm like,
What
I
has
want that.
actually helped me is I've been watching two kinds of videos before I sleep, which is like kind of like couples reviewing things on
Oh,
YouTube,
okay. Yeah.
and I don't know what his name is, but there's this guy who does like I forget what it's called, but it basically he like cracks people's backs and whatnot. He's like known for his hammer.
I know. I think I know who you're talking about. Yeah, I watch videos like that too.
Yeah, so that kind of stuff has been helping me
See,
sleep
that's
and whatnot.
satisfying to you. The crack sounds. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Like,
that's
that's
actually.
a type of ASMR.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, that's true.
It is. It is. It totally is. Ooh,
Yeah.
not to go back to an old question, but I just thought of something. There is something I've been thinking about doing on my streams. I don't know if that's gonna be a question later, but I want to do like a murder mystery box and maybe like solve it with my community.
Yeah, you did speak about that on your
I've been definitely thinking about it.
Oh my goodness. And the
be
one you
kinda
spoke
fun.
about was frick, what was it called?
Oh,
Murder
Kitty
Time,
Daisy.
right? Some
Murder mystery Mondays. Yeah, that's gonna start sooner or later.
the box you had spoken about on your stream, me and Val had looked into it like like back when we lived in Jersey, and we wanted to do it because I think they have a like a family subscription where you can like get wine or something like that.
Yeah.
Was it?
Oh.
They send you like a box with wine and everything, so basically you just like can sit down with your friends and drink wine while you solve this mystery, which I don't think go well together. Murder and wine, you know.
That's a recipe for actual murder.
Yeah, but yeah, those are things that are, yeah, those are that would actually be very interesting.
I wonder how it would play out. Knowing my chat, it would just get chaotic and nothing would be solved.
Yeah, no. Oh, I've realized when you do things like that, almost nothing ever gets solved.
Why did I do this to myself?
Damn it.
What is up with all the lightning?
There we go. Okay.
So much lightning.
That's why I was trying to focus. I'm like,
I
yo,
need to
there's
go
so
at
much
this
stuff
for
hitting me right now. I'm like, let me focus for a little bit. Okay. So, when I had spoken to you before, you had told me that you started your channel about a year ago, if I'm not mistaken.
I started back in not this August, but a year ago.
Okay. Did you back when you started it, did you ever imagine your channel being the way it is right now?
No, not at all. When I started, I was like, oh, I'm just gonna stream for my friends once in a while. Maybe we'll play games and other people. Maybe I'll meet some people eventually. But I never thought. I think I'm at 700 followers right now. Never thought it would ever happen. Like, I had this goal for my birthday, which it's also in August, but for a whole year later, I was like, my goal is to try to get like 500 followers because I think that'd be really cool. And I surpassed it. I think 500. I think in June. And then here we are, like 3 or 4 months later, and I'm almost at like 800. And I'm like, what is going on? It's crazy because I just meeting and knowing the right people and people talking to me and me going to other people's streams, like I said, networking has really immensely helped quite a lot.
Yeah.
And I've gotten to meet a lot of different people and a lot of people who were like, hey, I like that thing. And I'm like, oh, I like that thing. Like ASMR. See?
Yeah.
You just find things to connect with people. And it's really cool, especially because it's on the internet.
That is true. The internet has made the world we live in so much smaller than it was a few years ago.
Yeah, I think I'm older than you guys. I think. I'm not sure.
How old do you think we are?
I'm gonna say you guys are probably around my age. I'll just say it's public knowledge. I'm 29.
Okay. Yeah.
So I'm younger. I mean, older than you guys.
You're. Yeah. Yeah. Cause I'm 20. I'm 26, and Val's
Oh wow.
28, 27.
Oh,
No, I'll be
they're so
28
young.
this
She'll
November.
be 28
Oh,
in
okay.
November. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, but like back when I was a kid, this stuff was just never possible.
Yeah.
So it's like kind of amazing to see, but also kind of scary too at the same time.
Yeah. It is. I completely understand. Like the community is what makes it scary. Like, well, not so much the community, more like the toxic side of everything.
Yes.
You know.
There always will be. Like there's
Yeah, there
like
will
what
always
was
be that.
happening this month, well, not this month, like last month, all the hate raids and stuff, and I even will admit it, I got hate raided. I think last month.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
literally last month, and yeah, it was like 900 bots, and I was like, oh okay, and it's just kind of sad because it's like someone paid for this to send that to me.
Yeah.
It's kind of sad, but at the same time, I was like, you know what? That I'm honestly doing something right and saying the right things. If someone's that mad at me,
Yeah. If
for doing that.
somebody's taking the time out of their day just to
Yep.
be able to do that,
And waste
then
their
yeah, you're
Yeah.
money.
doing something.
Because I'm very outspoken about a lot of things and things that are not tolerated in my community.
And as I said, that's something that myself, like I can speak for myself. That's something that attracted me to your channel was the fact that
Mhm.
you literally speak your mind. You don't let anything
Yeah.
kind of stop what you guys are doing, and you just move forward. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta be.
That's
Sometimes you gotta be blunt. I think. I don't know. That might be my zodiac sign coming out. I don't know. But yeah, I'm very blunt at times.
Yeah.
And not necessarily in a harsh way, but more so sometimes you can't sugarcoat everything in life, so
Yeah.
you gotta be honest and blunt
That is true.
sometimes.
That is so true.
Mhm.
Um, well, just as we spoke about the year that has just passed, how do you see yourself and your channel growing in a few years? Where do you wish it will be?
Awesome. I mean, I think a lot of people have the goal of they want to be partnered and stuff, but I'm very fortunate right now because I do have a job on the side. So it's not like I have to strictly, that's, ugh, I can't speak, strictly rely on like Twitch pretty much
Yeah.
at the moment. But it would be cool. I can't say it wouldn't be awesome to be partnered, but it's not the biggest goal I have right now. It's like you mentioned, it's still a bit of a hobby for me. So there's still a lot of fun and joy I have to be like, oh yes, I'm gonna stream today, or oh gosh, it's not like oh, I have to stream today. Oh, I
Yeah.
have to do this today, kind of thing. So I would love to hit partner,
The big jump.
but it's not the end game. Yeah, the end game for me
Okay.
at the moment. But that could change. I never know. You never know. But for
That's
now,
true.
my goal, I would love to hit 1,000 followers. That'd be awesome.
Okay. You heard her, guys. Let's get her to 1,000.
That'd be really cool.
Yeah.
Maybe I would say maybe by the new year, by January maybe.
Okay.
That'd be awesome. But if not, maybe I'll hit it another time. You gotta keep things, I think, positive, because if you start
Yeah.
thinking about the what ifs and all this and that, you get, I think, too caught up in everything.
Yeah.
And I've seen it happen to a lot of my friends where like they have to take breaks because they're like streaming 3 or 4 times a week, and I'm just like, I'm only
Yeah.
streaming, well, 2 at the moment, and it's sooner or later I'm gonna add my third day in. But I don't want to be burnt out.
And trust me, I get that. I
No,
used to
I get it
I used to
too.
stream on YouTube literally every day. It was an everyday stream, one video a day at least, and
Yeah,
that burns you out, like to the point where you just don't want to play games, you don't want to do anything,
you don't want to do anything. Yep.
so it got to the point where I literally had to jump off YouTube, and I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna try something different. I'm gonna just jump on Twitch and just play a game that I want to play, and not so much that I'm like, yo, you know what, I have to play this game because I have to beat it, you know.
Yeah.
And
For
that
fun.
actually showed me that the community on Twitch is a lot more different.
Oh yeah, immensely. And there's a lot of people like I'm very grateful for who I'm sharing like a Discord with and everything. I share it with like 4 other people, so it's like really good because we have each other to support. And it's also great to know that you're not alone. Everybody goes through a burnout at some point.
Yeah.
Of just being like, so I always have like a game on the side where I'm not going to stream because I want to keep it fun for myself still to go and play games.
Yeah.
So I always keep something on the side to be like, yeah, I'm gonna play that. Like on my side game right now is Back for Blood.
Oh my god.
So that's what I've been playing, and I don't really think about wanting to stream it. I was going to yesterday, but it just didn't work out, and I was like, you know what? That's probably a good thing.
Yeah, it's a sign. Take it as a sign.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, take it as a sign. Don't do that to yourself. It's sometimes when you have something you love so much and you want to share that with other people, and it just, you know.
Yeah.
You
Someone
okay?
could like ruin that or
Yeah.
tarnish it, anything like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, I want to ask you about something you said earlier, which was that your end goal is not to be partnered. What is your end goal with your channel? Like, what the thing that you're like, okay, this is what shows me that I've made it, and you know, basically shows you that you've done what you wanted to do, and you can just be happy with your channel.
I mean, honestly, where I'm at right now, I think, but there's other goals that would be really cool to hit for Twitch. Like, when I finally move out, I want to make, like, a stream place for myself, so I also want to finally get and put down the money and get, like, a couple monitors, get a nice setup going, stuff like that. But the end goal for that would probably just be me finally being content with, like, okay, I like how my emotes look. Oh, I like how my scenes look. Oh, I like how this looks. Like, it doesn't have to be like, oh, I need this many people to see or watch. Mine's more aesthetically, I guess, so I'm more trying to please myself than I think other people. But I do love asking all my friends and stuff, oh, what do you think of this? Do you think this would look like on my thing? Like, right now I have, like, a Halloween theme going with my penguins and stuff, and so I think it's more so I want myself to be happy and
Yeah.
feel, oops, I ran into a wall, and appreciated myself, I guess.
Okay.
But partner would be cool. It would be awesome to hit, but it's not the ending for me, I guess, I would say.
Okay.
Because I know a few people that I think that are partnered, and they say the stress that comes with it, I don't really know if I want to deal with that.
Yeah. I'm actually glad that well, I don't know if I should say glad, but I like the response you gave.
Yeah, like, I know
Because
there's a lot of people that are like, oh, I want to do this, I want to do this. Yeah, but
Yeah.
it shouldn't, I feel like if you want something, sometimes, you know, sometimes you don't get what you want. And what's going to happen if you don't get it? You're going to be disappointed, upset, like, why isn't anybody doing this? Why isn't anybody... It becomes more of, I feel like, relying on others, and I never really want people to... Well, I love when people rely on me, but I don't really like relying on others, so that is something I have been working on as of late. But I just want myself to be happy. I feel like everyone should put their selves first sometimes. I know
Yeah.
it's selfish, but sometimes you have to.
Yeah.
And me being happy with how my like streams look, how I sound, is really important to me.
Yeah. And that goes into like the artist mentality a lot, because I really can't remember which artist it was, but they what they said was that an artist will never be satisfied with their own content. And I always say that about like my YouTube channels or even my videos. Whenever I put something out and I don't like it myself, I'll put it out anyways, due to the fact that I know for a fact I'm not going to be content
with it.
Yeah, because you're always you yourself, you're always going to see that small little detail, like, oh dang, I didn't edit that correctly, or like there's a problem with the audio here, you know.
We're our own worst like criticizer.
Yes, definitely. So the fact that you said like you just want to satisfy yourself technically, and like, you know, do it for yourself, that's something big.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And like you said, you'll never ever be satisfied yourself, but hearing people like come in and be like, I love your emotes, I like this,
Yeah.
it's like, oh yes, like this is cool, people like this, this feels great.
It motivates you. It makes you want to do
Mm-hmm.
more. Yeah.
Yeah, I always want to make my streams better.
Okay.
So if I don't like how like my where my placement of my webcam is, and I rewatch some of my VODs. Like, I recommend people who have VODs and stuff to kind of not, you don't have to watch the whole thing, but watch a good majority of your stuff, and you can see how people respond to it.
Yeah.
Like, oh, is this a good thing to talk about? Is this a good topic? Does this look okay? Do I need to change this? I think that helps a lot. Like, one of my friends reached out to me recently. I don't know if you guys know who they are, but Sebi Webs TV. I don't know if you know who that is.
No.
But they kind of helped me with some of my sound. So like if
Okay.
I'm too loud, I won't peak as much, and it helped a lot because I rewatched my VOD from last night and I was like, oh, okay, I remember I kind of yelled here. Oh, okay, but it sounds really good. So
Yeah.
and it also helps when you have really friendly people in the communities, and Twitch. There's a lot of really nice people who are like, hey, I could help you do that. I could teach you how to do this, and it's great.
Yeah, definitely. You know, and speaking of topics, as you said, you know, learning to talk about topics and stuff like that. On most of your streams, as far as I've noticed, you almost always have the tags, you know, mental health,
Yes.
you know, LGBTQ, plus. Um, how do you know which tags to put? You know, what to talk about?
I think it's sometimes I think it's a bit of a gamble. I think because not everyone looks at those tags, but I want people who come to my streams, even if they're like a random person, I want them to know that they're safe
Yeah.
and in a safe place. Like, so mental health topics, 100% okay. If you are also gay, come to me. You could talk to me about it.
Yeah.
Like, I want everyone to know that I have a safe community that I was gonna say all topics are okay, but some topics aren't okay to talk about because some people can take things too far.
Yeah.
But like the most mundane things, like you could just come talk to me about. You want to tell me that you stepped on a Lego? Okay, come tell me about it. You know, or hey, I'm not doing okay mentally. Can I just chill and hang out and lurk? Which I have gotten quite a few of those, and my DMs are always open. That is one of my biggest things, like on Discord, my Twitter, um, on Instagram too. I have my messages open, so anybody could message me if they just want to talk, because I want to keep that open for them.
Yeah.
If just someone wants to vent, talk, they're like, I'm not doing okay, this is why, or oh, I just had a crappy day at work and blah blah blah. Like that's why I'm really glad in our Discord we have a section in our organization that is literally like what is it called? It is called mental health event. Where just
Okay.
anybody and anything, if something's bothering them, they just come and talk about it, and then a lot of times people respond back.
Okay. See, and I wanted to ask about that because like mental health is something that takes a lot.
Oh yeah.
Like a big part in my life,
Mm-hmm.
due to the fact that like my wife, she has PTSD, so that's, you know, that's like something really big. You know, I have a lot of friends that have depression. You know, and like those are things that I will say in the U.S. is a big thing that people just don't want to talk about, and like I've seen that people just want to shush it. You know,
Yeah, gloss over it.
yeah, they don't really want to be like, oh, you have this problem, you know, mentally. Let's talk about it. Let's sit down and try and find a solution to your you know your situation.
Yeah, or
They
you
kind of
have
just go, you know
people
what?
are
Let's not
kind
talk
of
about
like,
that.
yeah, or then you have some of the people, because I would say older people, who are always like, oh, why don't you go see like a therapist or something?
Yeah.
And it's like, that doesn't always help.
Yeah.
And it takes years for a lot of people who like get therapy and stuff like that to find the right one that fits them. It's not just a simple, oh,
Yes.
you go do this, you'll be a lot better. No, it doesn't work like that. That's not real life. But yeah, it's I don't know, but I do know. I would say, at least our generation. I think millennials and now Gen Z. I think it's Gen Z, the younger. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
A lot of us are more like, hey, you want to talk about it, you don't have to if you don't want to. Just know that I'm here.
Yeah.
Compared to when I was a kid, like, no one talked about depression. No one talked about PTSD. No one talked about, like, I don't want to trigger anybody. I guess we probably should trigger warning, but, like, essay things, conversations like that. No one talked about it.
Yeah.
And
Definitely.
it's really sad, but I'm really glad that somewhat we're getting more progressive about it, and that makes me happy.
Yeah.
There could be a lot more done with it, but
Oh yeah, definitely. There
Oh,
could be
yeah.
so much more done.
But I do know, compared to some other countries, I think the U.S. is a lot more open about it than a lot of other countries.
Yeah. Definitely nowadays it is a lot more open than it was before.
Mm-hmm.
And it is a lot more a lot easier to be able to get help and you know and open up about that kind of thing. As you said, back in the day, you know, it wasn't even okay to say,
Oh,
"Hey, I
yeah.
have depression or I have anxiety."
Or if say I'm sad.
Yeah.
It was like glossed over.
It was like, "Oh, you're sad? Why aren't you just happy?"
Are you happy? Yep.
Yeah, like
Mm-hmm.
just
I
go.
mean, you still have people say that stuff.
Yeah, definitely. Like, you know, there's people that just tell you, "Oh, you know, you're sad? You got to go outside more and exercise." That's what it
Yeah,
is.
you
You're
need
not
to go
getting
out
enough
and be in the
sunlight.
sun. Yep. Mm-hmm.
It's not that. It's just, you know, there sometimes it's the most simple thing. It's just you get into your own head, or, you know, it can be a number of things. So you can't just tell somebody, you know, "Hey, try this out because this worked for me." You know,
Yes.
and if it worked for me, it works for everyone.
Or like people are like get on meds and stuff. Oh, why don't you take
Yeah.
medication for that? And it's like, okay, sometimes that stuff doesn't work.
Yeah.
Like I was offered that for depression, and I just didn't want to. It made me feel really crappy for some of them, and I was like, I'm never doing this again.
Yeah.
In my case, my health still is pretty bad, but I can't take the majority of medication, so I had to look for an alternative.
My alternative, I think, is honestly kind of Twitch in a sense, because if I'm having a bad day, I know that I could go into my Discord and just be like, guys, I'm just not feeling it today, I'm sorry. And there's like a million people that message me like, hey, it's okay, we'll see you when you stream next, please feel better. Like, people are more understanding with things now, and I really do appreciate that. Like, hey, I need a break, I need a mental health break. Sorry guys, like, I'm not feeling the best, I'm like sad, I had a bad day at work. There's just so many people like, hey, it's okay, don't worry about it, we'll see you soon, we love you, we'll still be here.
And I noticed that community from me doing both, from doing YouTube and Twitch. I've noticed that Twitch is the people are a lot more kind, I'd say, towards you when you say, "Hey, you know what? I can't bring out a video today because of this and this reason." Whereas for YouTube, when I did YouTube, a lot of people would get upset and get mad. "Oh, well, why not?
Right,
You know, why didn't you edit ahead of time?"
Yes.
You know, sometimes you just don't have the time, you know?
Yeah. Sometimes you need a break.
Yeah.
I think it was about last month? Yeah. Last month I took a week off, and it was great. I did absolutely nothing.
Oh, I was so sad about that, though.
I know. I got a lot of messages like, I missed you and your streams, and I'm like, I was taking a break, I'm sorry. I needed a little break. I haven't been on vacation in years, which I think at some point, I think in the summer this year, I'm going to. So, sorry everybody in the future. But I think everybody deserves a break, even if it's like you don't stream.
Yeah. Definitely.
Like, you just work every day. I know a lot of people who have just like regular jobs, and I'm like, you need a break, and they're like, I don't know. I'm like, no, you do. You can't be doing the same thing over and over again and not be like, I'm done.
Yeah. It's also like the society we live in. It kind of, you know, makes us have to continue to do the same thing every day, you know, which is literally the definition of insanity. You know, you start going crazy from doing just the same thing every single day. Yeah. It's just not possible. You can do it, but you shouldn't do it.
You shouldn't do it. I think they've even scientifically proven that.
Yeah, it has.
Do the same thing over and again, you can literally go insane.
Yeah. And
I
it's
wouldn't.
yeah, no. You should never do something for so long to the point where it just controls your life. You
Yeah,
know.
it takes over your entire being in a
Yeah.
sense.
Exactly.
Yeah, no thanks. I'll pass on that. That's why I'm glad. I love my job so much. I work with kids, so it's something different. Something new happens every day.
What? I don't get why you're so excited.
Because I used to work
Oh.
with kids.
Lucia did. Now she's hiding. How could you?
Yeah, I don't understand. She's and I actually got a lot of people telling me not to say this because of the fact that what was it? We were streaming on I think YouTube, and I was like, "You're a weirdo." Then I got a lot of backlash, but it's like that's just the way her and me talk to each other.
Yeah,
You know?
I literally call my significant other the. Can I swear on here?
Yeah, of course.
Of course.
Okay, I call him an asshole all the time. I'm like, you're
Yeah.
such an asshole, and then he just laughs.
Like something I kind of want to say is a lot of people always ask. I don't know why I was putting my controller down. A lot of people ask me always if they can curse, due to the fact that they never hear me curse.
He physically is
I just
unable
don't
to.
curse, and it's not like I had somebody ask me if it was a religious thing. It's not. I just don't do it because when I was in middle school, I used to curse a lot, and it just clicked in my head like, why am I cursing so much when I can insult somebody? It takes a lot more brain power for you to think of an insult than for you to just be like, you know what, f you or you know or whatever.
No, I agree.
Yeah.
I just like swearing. I just swear
Hey.
because it's in my everyday vocabulary.
And
at this point.
I don't mind it at all. I actually, I find it to be, you know, what's the right word? I don't know. I don't know where I was going with that. It left me.
Oh.
It left me.
I was gonna say, tell me the definition. I'll find the word for
No,
you.
it left me. The whole brain process just went, and it left me. This is why I wrote stuff down. I was like, you know what? Let me write stuff down because I know for a fact if I start this interview without having like something written down at least, I'm gonna just blank out and not have anything to to say.
We would literally just go off topic.
Yeah, completely.
Like, what's your favorite kind of cheese?
Yep.
Literally conversations I have in my chats. What's your favorite kind of pie?
Speaking of which, actually, what is?
Oh Lord,
what is? No, this is a question that I don't have written down, but I do want to ask this. You okay? Breathe, lady.
Oh my God, there's a snort or two.
Yeah.
I love that.
Oh gosh. So, I did want to ask, what is your go-to snack when you're streaming? Because you got me in trouble, by the way. You don't know it, but you got me in trouble.
I got you in trouble? What
Yes.
did I do?
You got me in trouble. You showed me. Where is it? Frick.
Oh, did you go and buy something I was eating?
Yes. I didn't know it existed, and then you.
Goldfish?
Yes, the giant box of goldfish. I was like, oh my God, is that a giant box of goldfish? And I went out and I bought one. And I got in trouble because I came home with a giant box of goldfish. I was like, why do you have a giant box of goldfish? I was like,
Pilchard Farm, sponsor me, please. I'm getting people to buy your goldfish. That sponsorship.
Yeah. But yeah. What is your
my dog ate the rest of that box, by the way.
Oh my God.
When I was out, he broke into the box. And
Oh
ate
my
it.
goodness.
Did I actually win at Baby Park? That's not right. I hate this.
But yeah, what is your
Probably pretzels. Like do you
pretzels?
know the little pretzel crisps that are like flat.
Okay.
Have you seen those? Like the blue bag, and then there's like an everything
Yeah.
pretzel, and then there's the garlic powder. They have like a
We've
bunch. They
had
have a
that
cinnamon
before.
one.
Yeah, I know.
Those are
I bought those
100%
for you once.
probably my go-to snack because there's always a bag or something nearby. I can just
Yeah, as
go
soon as you said pretzels, I was looking for my pretzel bag. I have like a giant bag of pretzels somewhere in here.
I love pretzels.
It's in
Pretzels
here?
are so good.
This is our like snack drawer. Where is it?
I also
Giant
just
bag
like
of
to
pretzels.
eat sometimes.
Yeah.
And that's it. Our wedding sword in his hand.
Oh yeah. We don't have a wedding a cake knife. We had a wedding sword.
kind of adorable. I like that. It's different.
Okay.
Did y'all pick the same map? Well, I
Oh,
wonder.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay. All right. Well,
Gosh, I wonder where we're gonna go. It's a mystery.
okay. So getting back on subject of the streams and whatnot. When you see that a stream is not doing really well, or there's not a lot of viewers, or or it just gets off subject, or a game isn't going well at all, what is something that you do to bring it back, to get the viewers back, or just to make it more entertaining for yourself?
Well, like I said, I keep the viewership off, so I actually never know sometimes until after the stream if it
Okay.
went well. But no matter what, I try to keep the same like mentality of, hey, I'm streaming to a bunch of people, and if no one's talking right now, that's cool. Because you know what? I could talk to myself instead. And usually I do. I make weird sounds. I just go, what am I doing? Or like whatever I start narrating in a sense what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I wouldn't. I don't know. I don't think I've ever had the. I guess maybe when I first started streaming, I noticed like you'd have some people come in maybe from a raid and then they just immediately leave.
Yeah.
And it can be kind of at first, at least it was for me. It was kind of like, oh, I guess I'm not interesting enough kind of thing. But sometimes people have a life. They gotta go to bed. They gotta eat. They gotta sleep. They gotta go do this. So it became more of like, oh, well, maybe they just don't like me more and do like, oh, hey. And then like, if you like, oh, I gotta go, blah, blah, blah. I'll be like, hey, you know what? I'll see you later.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be like, oh, I'm never gonna see them again. I'll be like, hey, you know what? I'll see you one day. And if it's not here, I'll see you in someone else's stream.
Yeah.
I think.
And speaking of that, of like the viewer counts and whatnot, what would you say to somebody who's so focused on that, where it literally hinders their stream, their
And
and
it
everything?
hinders how they're playing, how they're
Yeah.
talking. So yeah, um, honestly, stop. Like you're gonna have bad days. You're gonna have fantastically great days. It's just bound to happen. Some people, you know what? My thing is, other like people have lives. Like I don't expect like all my mods and stuff. I don't expect them to be at every single one of my streams. And I wouldn't ask them that either because they have lives. They have things. Things happen. Emergencies happen. Life happens. So I never ever am upset or anything like that. I just don't let it get to you. I know it's hard, especially at first. Especially when you're like, oh, no one wants to be here. No one wants to talk to me. This is kind of boring. No matter what, my thing is keep playing like you're playing to hundreds of people or thousands. Just keep talking. Just keep being yourself, and I guarantee there will be people, maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but you'll find people that enjoy you for being you.
Yeah. That's the truth. Yeah.
You have to be authentic too. You can't be one of those people that are like, well, those are like famous streamer people, but like you could tell that some people are just faking things. Like you could tell they're just going the extra mile, and I don't ever want to come off like that, ever. I don't want to seem disingenuous.
And I feel like I've said this a million times already, but that's kind of what attracted me to your channel. It's just that realistic, you can tell you're not just coming in and going, hey guys, you know what? Today we're going to do this, this, and this,
That's never going to happen. I would die if I was like that. I would have my friends scream at me if I was ever like that.
The crazy thing is like, I don't like watching those kind of things, and I really don't like the people that do that.
Yeah.
But that's literally how I started YouTube and Twitch, and I don't think those videos are up anymore, but
some people, you have to, if you want to gain like certain type of attention, you have to be like over the top enthusiastic. But I'm like, if I do that and I act like that, because I thought about it at one point, what if I was a little bit more like, hey guys, hi, I'm Allie, blah 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 blah, and I'm like, but then they're gonna, if they ever come around again, they're gonna be like, so which version of you is the real you? And I never want people to think that. Like I just want to be like me, like, hey, hi, I'm Allie, that's me, what's up? We talk about weird things here. What up? Like, I just keep it, I guess, normal. Like I talk to all the viewers and everybody like they're my friends, and this is how I would talk to my friends.
Okay. Okay.
I'm pretty boring, to be honest.
No, you're not.
No.
You're wholesome.
Trust me, it's again,
I don't know.
it's
I
that
grew
whole
up, like,
artistic mentality. Yeah.
I grew up like kind of. I think that's why, because I've gotten like how you guys were both like, "Oh, you're so nice and kind." It's like I was bullied a lot as a kid, and it really made me mean. Like you could talk to my best friend, who like that was the person I was talking to you about,
Yeah.
Alina.
Yeah.
I've known her since I was 10. Yeah, 6th grade. So I've known her for a very, very, very long time. So she could even attest to it, because me and her were both, I don't want to say mean, but like we didn't bully people, but we were the ones bullied, so it made us harden, I guess.
Yeah.
Like we had our walls up. We were kind of just jerks there. I guess that's a better way of saying it. So as I've gotten older, I'm like, I didn't want to be like that anymore, and I met so many people. Like I was like a huge Tumblr kid.
Okay.
And I met so many really amazing, awesome people. Like, granted, I don't think I really talk to any of those people anymore, but it opened me up to a world that, like, hey, I can find a lot of like-minded individuals doing talking about video games, talking about music, stuff like that. And it just made me realize I don't have to care what these people that are bullying me for because I like video games. Oh, I was tomboyish and stuff like that. Just stopped caring.
Yeah.
I just stopped caring what people thought, and I just went, I could be the bigger and better person. And that's kind of how I set my streams as, like, want to be a nicer person. I want to be the better person that they never were.
Yeah. See, and it's crazy that you say that about, you know, you being bullied and about becoming a harder person from that.
Oh, yeah.
Because, like, that...
I wanted to fight everybody. Like,
yeah.
That tells you I wanted to fight everybody.
Like, the fact that you say that, it reminds me of a lot about us because of the fact that, like, and Val can actually testify for this, but when I used to meet people, the first thing I would tell them is, hey, just want you to know, I'm an asshole, okay? I'm gonna be a dick, and that's just what it is. I'm just gonna be me. And, like, it got to the point where people were telling me, like, yeah, you know what, you can say that, but you don't have to do that. And, like, to the point where I literally hurt somebody's, like, feelings, and I was like, oh, wait, hold up, that's not what I want to do. Like, that's not me. Like, I'm reacting like this, but it's like, I don't want to be that anymore. I want to be able to just, like, be like, you know what? You know, yeah, I was a dick before, but you have my number. You want to hit me up? Hit me up. I'm here to talk. I don't care what happened in the past or what's going on right now, but, you know, we can talk. Just hit me up, and we just, you know. It got to that point.
I can't say I'm not mean sometimes, because, like, I have a friend, Lane. I don't know if you've ever seen Lane around my streams, if either one of you have. Me and Lane have this, like, brother and sister mentality where we just literally bully each other. But it's all in good fun. So, like, there's a point where if I'm comfortable with someone and they're comfortable with me, we kind of, like, banter in a sense, and that's kind of what me and Lane have. But, like, I'm not going to go out of my way and be like, oh, well, you're dumb or something like that to somebody. And, like, how I used to be. When I'm comfortable with someone, I get more, like, teasing, I guess? Yeah. Oh, look who it is. In chat.
Yeah, I saw Riddle came in.
Riddle's one of my OGs. That's what I was talking about. Riddle's amazing. Like, the biggest supporter of, like, everybody. Nicest guy you could probably ever talk to is that guy.
It's awesome. And I feel like everyone needs somebody like that. Everyone needs a Riddle. You know, somebody who will be there, you know, just to tell you, you know what, keep going, you know, you got this.
Oh, yeah. You know. Riddle 100% does that. Also, Travis. I don't know if you know Killer Draco.
No.
He does that to everybody. Like, he'll go out of his way. Even if he's having, like, a bad day, the guy will go out of his way to be like, hey, I love you. Have a great day.
That's awesome.
Like, he's so kind. He's one of the kindest people. Like, there's so many amazing people. And I wouldn't have met them without Twitch, honestly. good-hearted, good-natured people.
That's awesome. Honestly, that's like one of the things that kept me going as well, is like having Val there just to be like, you know what, like today you didn't do good, or so and so said this on the video, but you know what, tomorrow we're gonna be doing this, or we actually recorded this. One of the things that actually motivated me was when she was like, you know what, why don't we start trying something new, and that's when we actually did our first interview, which we interviewed. Frick, who did we interview? It was Drag, actually. Drag, an old friend of ours.
Aw.
Like a really old friend. Like
Yeah.
we don't talk anymore, but I will say, like, he's one of the people that like got me into learning about video games and whatnot.
Aw.
But
Wholesome.
yeah.
We
But
keep
yeah,
it
like
there.
something like that, everyone always needs something like that. And
Yes.
and I feel like you should always remember that, like, maybe you started off with one thing, but that might not be the thing that you finish off with. You might
Yeah.
start off doing, heck, drawing tutorials, and finish off doing, I don't know, voiceovers, or maybe even playing video games. Don't
Exactly.
always hold yourself down to one thing.
Yes. Don't put yourself in a box.
Yeah, literally, yeah. Don't put yourself in a
Sky's
box.
the limits. Yeah.
Yep.
I agree. Yeah, because I
There's
have a friend. She strictly started out with doing like crafting needling, felt needling
oh
stuff.
wow,
And now she's doing like playing games on certain days, and I'm like, yes.
that is
Yeah,
awesome.
she's really talented. Her name's Dun Angela. She's amazing.
Okay.
Like, and I follow a lot of people that just do art in general, and that's why I do like my artist of the month and stuff.
Oh no, I turned into a pancake.
We love pancakes. Pancakes delicious.
I think we answered this question already, but what is something that you would tell somebody that wants to start Twitch but is holding themselves back?
I said go for it. Sky, like we just talked about, sky's the
Yeah.
limit. Don't put yourself in a box. Try it. Go for it. You never know unless you try. Always try. And if it's not your thing, you're not comfortable with it, then it wasn't, or it could be, wasn't the right time. Timing, I think, sometimes is key as well.
Yeah. Okay.
Never give up.
Yeah.
That's my thing. Never give up. Just try. You never know what's gonna happen. You may find your best friend on here. You may find a bunch of friends. You never know. Some people, I know a few people who've met and are dating now. Like,
Wow.
you never know.
Yeah. That is actually so true. You should always go out and do something. Heck, if it wasn't for that, I would have never met Val.
See?
And then again, I didn't even get out much.
The crazy thing is that we met each other because of a friend, which is, I saw her on chat. Her name's Mermaid Jazz.
Sissy, if you're on, I love
She
you.
was on there earlier. I
Oh,
saw
she
her.
was there, yeah.
Yeah.
Or they were.
Yeah, she was. And she introduced us, but the reason we actually started dating was because I started doing tournaments for Smash Bros.
Oh, okay.
in a little store that was by like our college, and that led to us, like, dating and whatnot.
Actually, it was like the fact that we both spoke Japanese, but we both
Well,
spoke
no, that
different
led to us
dialects.
talking to each other.
Yes.
But dating was led to dating was because of the like tournaments that we did and whatnot. Yeah.
Oh, that's adorable.
Okay. So I actually have like 3-4 questions left.
Sure.
So one question that I want to ask you, and this is more, how can I say this? This is more of a kind of a random question. But who is a streamer that you personally watch, that you believe deserves more recognition than they have?
Oh, gosh. There's so many.
Go ahead, list them.
Wait. Oh, boy. Okay. One of my friends, Pocket Cuckoos, she does a lot of JRPGs. And she's just overall, she's freaking hilarious. Like, I've never met anybody more, like, At least I think. As funny as she is, she's amazing. God, I'm trying to think. There's like a ton, but my mind's blank. Has that ever happened?
Yeah.
uh,
It happens to me every time somebody asks me like, "Oh, who's your top 5
oh, I
or
hate
top
those questions
6 of
sometimes.
this
I'm like,
thing?"
I remember like 2, and then I'm like, wait, I know what they
Yeah.
are. But what are they?
Like for me, I just put everything in a group. I'm just like, all right, I like these. I can't put them in from 1 to
From
10.
orders, yes.
Yeah.
Or I'll go over the limit and be like, well, those could be just added
Yeah.
bonuses. Gosh, there's so many people, like Killer Draco I've talked about, who's like really kind. I feel like he deserves a lot more recognition than he gets. There's a guy named Bromo Rangers. Freaking phenomenal. He's absolutely hilarious. Very random, but if you get a sense of humor, you get a sense of humor kind of thing. And he plays a lot of different games. I think is he still playing Digimon? I can't remember. I think. Oh my gosh, I ran into a car thinking. I think Craftstabule, he as well is really sweet. Oh, one of my friends who I was talking about, who literally bully each other. Lane, which is Lane is one of my friends, like my little brother. He deserves a lot. The man plays games on a piano. Like, that's crazy to me. He plays games on a piano.
That is amazing.
How?
Like, I think he played the entire game of Hollow Knight on the piano. And also Cuphead.
Okay.
He has like a program where he can like set up certain keys to be buttons.
And he played Cuphead on a piano?
Uh-huh.
Respect the skill.
Yeah, respect, because
skill,
like
right?
we played Cuphead and we couldn't beat it. So like
Oh,
that's a major respect then. Yeah, like that's crazy.
Respect the skill.
That is just pure skill.
That's what I'm saying. Like there's so many amazing people. Like my best friend Lena Inverse. She's amazing. She does like once a month, she does like mental health streams. Just a mental health stream where there's a certain topic talked about, and then she has people come onto her stream, and she has people like talk about, and she like gets all these people to open up. It's definitely, I will say, definitely how she acts and how she is with people is definitely a big influence on me and how I treat other people on my streams. And there's so many more other people, but we'd be here all day if I literally sat here and just named people. Like there's Garrett Gucci. He's amazing. He's so positive about everything. The man just plays guitar. Someone raids in, the man just starts shredding it and like playing guitar. There's so many people. We'd be here all day if I sat here.
Yeah.
There's like my friend Will. He does like retro games, and he's like one of the sweetest people. He's probably one of my biggest supporters on my channel. Like he's always like, "Oh, here, have some gifted subs," and I'm like, "Get out of here! Why are you?" And like him and other people, like Lane does the same thing. My other friend Verge, like, just there's so many people in the community. I could literally sit here and just not stop talking. So the question will never end. Is what I'm saying. We'll be here all day, all night.
Well, that's good to hear.
Yeah, there's so many people.
And that leads me to my next question, actually, but not the last question, not yet. Which is, since you've named so many people that you would love to see get more recognition, out of all the people that you know, who would you like to see me interview next?
Ooh, I think probably Lena.
Lena?
I think Lena's interesting.
All right, I'm gonna have to reach out to you, Lena.
Or also
Lena, we're coming to get you.
Shakalaka. All right, so I'm gonna have to reach out to both of them. You know, see what they say if they're okay with it.
Probably anybody who's in our Discord, so like who I share it with, which is Sarah, Lita, Rob, and Lane.
Okay.
They would be interesting to interview, 100%.
Okay. Coming for you guys then.
In a positive way.
Yeah.
Hi, Axel.
Or not.
No, positive way.
Just kick in the door. Hey.
I come here in positivity.
Yeah.
To interview.
Yeah, that's how I'll do it. Yeah. It's not a negative kicking down of the door. I positively kicked the door down, you know?
Oh, there you go. Riddle also added what Lane is beating on the piano. He did Dark Souls. Can't forget that.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
No.
I don't know how he's done it. I don't know how he does it. And he also plays piano, but unfortunately, because of YMCA. I call it YMCA, not DMCA.
Yeah.
He can't really play songs and do stuff like that anymore.
Yeah. This kind of sucks. Like that's something that's gotten ridiculous. Like, you know, it's gotten to the point where it's just I understand why they do it, but it's gotten to a point where, like, I use music for the background of my videos.
Yeah.
That I have permission to use. You know, permission from the creators to use, and even then I get copyright striked from random people. I've gotten on Twitch, I got reported just like, I think it was like last week, because I supposedly used music from a creator, just to end up finding out that that creator's music was not on my video at all. You know.
Okay.
So it's
I've been very fortunate like that. I found a lot of royalty-free kind of videos.
Yeah. Like I use I don't know if you know them on YouTube. They're lo-fi hip hop.
Oh yeah, I've heard of them.
Yeah, they do royalty free. All they ask for is for you to like put their thing on your description. That's literally it. You don't even have to say, "Hey guys, go check them out." You just have to put it on your video, and that's it. And they help you out if you get a copyright strike. All you have to do is let them know, and they'll like, you know, like help you out with the copyright and whatnot, and be able to say like, "Hey, no, actually, we allowed this. It's not."
Yeah. It's not.
Yeah.
Use. It's fair use. It's fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Moo
You wanted the moo.
Yes.
I love
Okay.
Moo Moo. Moo Metal's my favorite. I am so. Yeah, my boy.
Okay. So I have just one last question.
Last
You know,
question. The
since-
last melon.
yeah.
Okay, sorry.
You know, since we got all of this out of the way, one major thing was that, like, I can say it for myself as well. You know, the nerves get to you. You know, and you know, something like this, you get nervous. And I know you told me you were a little nervous about the interview, but with it out of the way now, how did you feel about it? How do you feel you did? You know.
Oh, this was great.
Yeah.
I'm glad I did it. Axel said it was great too.
Heck yeah.
No, this is really fun. I quite enjoyed myself. And I guess, right, Axel? Thank you. You gotta have Axel cameo, of course.
Oh, of course.
It wouldn't be my life without this man. Right? I think he has school potty.
Oh.
Yeah.
Then I guess we'll probably call it there then.
Oh, never mind. He's leaving. Okay,
Oh,
bye.
okay. Just wanted a little attention.
He was like, hey, okay, bye.
It's adorable.
Story of my life with him. Yeah, it's life with a husky. But no, this was fantastic. Excuse me. He's so loud. He's the loudest person in the room. Shh, shh.
Makes me think of Nutella.
Nutella.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's Nutella?
So as I said before, Val has PTSD. So she has an emotional support guinea pig. And
I swear I thought I heard little, is it in the same room as you guys are in?
no, he's actually in the other room, but he is
Gosh,
just that
I thought
loud.
I heard little noises. I was like,
Oh, no, he is that loud.
But I was like, I heard little noises.
If you want after this race, go if you want to get him. Go for
I'll
it.
go grab
I had a
Nutella
guinea pig
if he
growing
wants
up.
to.
I named it Snoopy.
Oh.
Yeah, he's black and white, and I was like, this Snoopy.
It took us a while for me to find an emotional support animal because I was, again, my health is not good, so I have also a lot of allergies.
Yeah.
And then I found out I was allergic to bunnies in the worst way
Yeah,
possible.
her therapist was like, "Oh, go get Her therapist at first was like, "Get a rabbit," and we went and we looked at a few rabbits, and like Val was highly allergic to the rabbit. And I was like, "All right, so we won't do a rabbit." So the doctor literally right after that was like, "Oh, just do a horse." And I was like, "Where the heck am I gonna keep a horse?"
Of course.
I was like, "I live in an apartment." At that time, I lived in an apartment. I was like, I have nowhere to put a horse. He's like, oh, just get a mini horse. It's like having a dog. I was like, no. You can't tell me that's like having a dog. I'm pretty sure dog poop and horse poop are not the same. Okay?
One's like gigantically bigger.
Yeah. I was like, that is not at all similar. Not even a little bit. But after that, literally, we started doing our own research, and we fell onto 2 animals, which was a guinea pig and a bearded dragon.
Aww.
But my brother had bearded dragons, and I know they stink. They like, they're really high maintenance. They smell a lot. Oh, no, communication error.
Oh, because Isabel isn't moving.
Oh, it's okay. Oh, here he is.
This
His camera's over there.
I can't really lift him up because he's comfy right now. Oh, you want to get more comfy?
So we were going to do a bearded dragon, but then, like, we also had found out about guinea pigs. And we were like, you know what?
Dude,
We'll get you a guinea pig. I was like, I'll get you a guinea pig. Let's just go see a few and see if you have an allergic reaction to them. And literally, out of all the ones she had, Nutella was the only one she didn't have an allergic reaction to. And we were like, yo, we're going to get him.
I don't think they can see him, but...
You want me to?
I don't think...
Come on.
He's
Yeah, no.
Cute. He's so pretty.
Come on.
It does look like Nutella.
He was born on October 31st. And he's already about to be 3.
The best day ever.
Come on.
Aw, cute.
Come on, buddy.
Hang on to him.
Look. Say hello. I don't know if they can see.
Like, I'm not here for this. I gotta go.
This is Nutella.
Oh, look at Nutella.
He's my emotional support animal. And he helps me out a lot. And I try to help him out a lot too. And his best friend is my little brother's tiny dog.
Oh, yeah.
I love you too.
He's cutie.
Go put him back.
So cute.
Okay.
Let me let you go back. Don't bite me.
Go put him back. He's biting you because you've been eating pretzels and they have salt. And he wants the salt.
You can have the salt, but don't eat me.
But yeah. Let's go, Nutella. Yeah. But yeah. I forgot what we were talking about. I have ADD, so my short-term memory sucks.
Significant other. It's ADHD. So I get it.
Yeah.
I kind of forgot what we were talking about.
Val, what were we talking about?
About the interview, how did it go?
Oh, how did the interview go?
You guys
Oh, fantastic.
And we.
It was really fun. I'm glad we got to do this. This was so fun.
Okay.
Llamas. Yeah, we were talking about llamas. Do you guys like alpacas? You guys are pretty cool.
Yeah.
No, this was great. I'm glad we got to do this. This is super fun.
We were talking about llamas. No, we weren't. We were not talking about llamas.
Llamas are great though. Llamas have a lot of hair though.
about different
Mm.
emotional support animals.
Oh, about emotional support animals, yeah, and therapy.
Yes.
But yeah,
But that was Nutella.
heck yeah.
It was the best. It was the best thing I've seen all day
Yeah.
today.
Yes.
Okay, I think we're gonna call it there. Thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you for
To-
having me. This was super fun.
Yay.
Got to play games, answer some questions. Loved
Heck
it.
yeah.
It's great.
Originally, what I always wanted to do with this interview type of situation was, in our old apartment, I used to have like a little section where I had a couch and I had people just come in, sit down on the couch and just talk. And I would have them play horror games.
Oh,
Because, and I wouldn't tell them it's a horror game. I'd just be like, oh no. Like, I interviewed my cousin who's a rapper. His name is
Beisachi.
Beisachi. Beisachi. And it's up on YouTube. But literally the first thing I told him was like, yo, I'm going to interview you, but I'm going to have you playing video games. And he goes, yo, I'll play whatever you want me to, as long as it's not a horror game. And I was like, bing, okay, no problem. So I put him to play Soma. Because Soma starts off as a regular game. He's like, oh, I got to get my medicine. Okay, where's the medicine? And he like destroys the whole apartment trying to find the medicine. And I'm like, yeah, now you got to find your keys. He's like, forget the keys. And he leaves the apartment. Right. And then it gets to the horror part, and he's just like, "Yo, this is not a fun game, bro." And I'm like, "No, don't worry. It gets better." And he's like, "I don't know. It looks like a horror game." I'm like, "It's not a horror game. Don't worry about it. Just go, man."
It doesn't get better. It doesn't.
He never got past the first robot. You know, the first robot you see, that was literally it. Yeah, he got that far, and he was like, "I'm not playing this, man. This is horrifying. I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing. I don't play video games." I was like, "That's okay." And we just ended up moving on to something else. But that interview was like one of the craziest interviews I've done. This will be the craziest interview I've done. Honestly. Like, I did an interview for a smoke shop where I used to go to get my medication. Her medication. They prescribed her CBD tinctures, which is like drops you put under your tongue that help you sleep, help you stay awake, keep calm so you don't panic and have panic attacks.
Yeah.
So they did that, and I was like, you know what? I was like, yo, you know what, guys? I want to interview the store owner. And they were like, well, the store owner can't come in, but you can interview the manager. And I was really close with the manager. I was like, all right, I'll do an interview with you. And literally back then, we just had like a phone, and that was it, and a tripod.
Love that.
And like that's how we started. So like I tell people all the time, like, you want to start something? Yo, like look at our old videos. I started off with a PS4 and a phone, and that was it. I didn't have a laptop. I didn't have a computer. I still don't have this PC right here is still being built. So I'm literally running off a laptop right now. So like,
oh, same.
Yeah, like people, if you want to start streaming and want to do something, YouTube, Twitch, just jump for it. You have a camera. It's, your phone has a camera. I'm pretty sure if you're watching this, you have a phone.
Phones nowadays are like phenomenal cameras.
Yeah.
Y'all got this.
Yeah. Shoot.
I started off playing on just PlayStation, strictly streaming off the PlayStation.
Like now I have this thing, but this is not even necessary, this like, you can literally start off with just a PS4, an Xbox. You have a laptop. Shoot, you're you could do it.
Yeah, anybody can do it. That's what I said. Anybody can do it. Pick up anything, whatever.
Yeah.
You could stream on it. Guarantee it.
Definitely.
You could tape, record. You could do lots of things. Technology, amazing.
Yeah, it's advancing so fast.
Oh yeah.
To think when we were younger, people used to have not even phones, pagers.
We had a pager, the brick giant cell phone.
Hold on, I gotta call my mom. This is important. She said
mom
255. That means it's an emergency.
Beep, beep, beep.
Yeah.
Use the giant Nokia brick phones.
Oh my
I gotta
goodness.
call my mom.
I remember the Nokia brick
Yeah.
phones.
I miss Snake. That was my favorite.
Oh my god.
Same here. Also, for me, it kept bullies away because I was an aggressive kid.
Well, I was aggressive, but never did actually do anything to anybody. I was more like, come at me, bro. You wanna fight? Let's go.
Like, I have so many old stories, but I'm not gonna get into that now.
Oh, plenty. I got plenty of stories. Plenty.
We'll get into that in another
They're
video.
not part two.
Actually, I didn't ask you. Yeah, I know it's the giant dice. It's glow in the dark.
Love glow in the dark.
I never asked you. I can't speak anymore.
You can't
That's
English?
okay.
Yeah, I can't English.
Do you want to Spanish?
Yeah, I'll Spanish.
Brain hard. Brain burr.
Were you ever a card game kid?
No, the only card
Really?
game I actually kind of started getting to when I was a kid was probably Pokemon.
Was what?
Pokemon.
Oh, Pokemon. Like the card game or the video game?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, both, but both, yeah.
Okay.
More so the games, though.
Okay.
So have you always played like Magic the Gathering and everything?
I used to play when we were in college. We also played Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh, but we mainly played Pokemon cards for money, and that was like the whole thing.
Wait, for money?
Yeah.
There's money involved in this?
Yeah, like that's what you get for tournaments, you know.
Yeah, some tournaments
Okay,
you could get
that's a
up
question
to.
I can ask you. Have you won any of them?
For Mario Kart, for Smash Bros, no. Val got close. She got second place. Once. For Smash Bros. For Mario Kart, I've gotten close. I've gotten second place. For Pokemon, I think I've won 2. And for Yu-Gi-Oh and Magic, I've never won anything.
Okay. The experience, that's what you...
Yeah. A lot of experience. Remember Jazz says they got me into
I learned.
But I grew up with Pokemon since I was 5 years old.
Hey, look who followed.
Pocket
Hey,
Cuckoos.
that's my friend Sewa.
Hello.
That's Sewa. Sewa's great. Sewa's my like best friend.
All right, so
I literally, there you go. That's another story because you were asking like I met Sarah from our mutual friend. So in a sense, I met her through like Twitch. She's like one of my best friends now.
Okay. Hello.
Hi, Sewa. So you missed out on the interview. Sorry.
Oh my goodness.
That was a lot of fun.
I'm not playing rock paper scissors with you ever again.
I didn't know what you were gonna pick. I was just guessing. I'm like, crap, he's gonna pick scissors. I gotta put a rock.
Okay. We're gonna end it there.
Once again, it was great. Thank you for having me.
Again, thank you for coming out.
I'm very honored that you wanted me to be on.
Thank you. And thank you to everyone that came by and watched. Oh, goodness. If you enjoyed, this the interview, go check out AllyKat. She's freaking awesome. Her channel is just amazing. Honestly, like, every time she streams, I'm like, I have to go watch because it's freaking just like just entertaining just to listen to what she has to say. just what she has to say is entertaining. Yeah, go check her out. Don't forget to subscribe. Hit that bell icon to get notified. I don't know. I'm trying to like. I got that YouTube mentality. It's not subscribe. Follow the channel.
Like and subscribe.
Yeah.
Like and subscribe.
The little heart.
Press the bell icon. There is a bell
Press
icon. Press the bell
for
icon.
notifications so you know when we're going live.
Yep. Oh gosh.
This is great. I'm crying. Dude, I was smiling so much. You're so sweet, so kind.
Oh, thank you.
It'll make me cry.
No, don't cry.
You're amazing.
Nah, you guys are amazing.
Oh no.
Yes.
And let's